Getting money since I was legit. Ever since I blew, they all on my hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long. Say I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent my 10 on my fit. Ex-slick, then he with the back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back and then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these 4 things, pull out the VIP. Suck to a nut, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers.
Coach, there are a few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect clear afternoon. Heck, you can see all the way to Mount Rainier in the distance here at CenturyLink Field in Seattle. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the Seattle Seahawks. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go, set, 15, line, 15 line. I'm coming for you, sir.
On first down, Madden, and he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down, it's Alexander. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now a give right side. It's Buchanan, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Murray with a 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
Got it.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Ready up. Take the mic, boys. 56. Check 56. We ain't giving up nothing today. Shoot.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Flushed out right. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch the
They'll try the left side. Alexander. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Tackle that time by Ronnie Harrison.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Mike. 56, Mike. Go.
It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Go.
Motion.
And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And it's taken in at the 9. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and
and
now
out.
they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
On second down now, it's Buchanan. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 3rd down, Buchanan. And he's taken down inside the 30. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. They'll get it to the 23-yard line.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a trunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Murray sets to throw on 4th. Able to find Isabella. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, they'll throw with Murray. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kyler Murray, his 11th touchdown of the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Right back to him on first down, and he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
2nd and 9 now. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 3rd and 10.
On the set.
51 to Mike. Here we go. Here we go.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Yes, yes.
51, Mike. Mike 51.
Go, Mike 51, Mike 51. Go.
Now back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chandler Jones, one of the best athletes to ever come out of Rochester, New York, in for the sack. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a first down.
18 on the play. And the Cardinals first down.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll try the left side. It's Buchanan, and he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Now a give, right side. Buchanan, and he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. They'll run on 1st down. Madden, he'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. That ball complete to Isabella. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a 1st down. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. Murray now on 1st down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. Andy Isabella was the intended target. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And an alley to run. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half. And
the Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and we are tied at 14. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's a 2nd and 7. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off here, the 32. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Stop right there. 4 down, 4 down.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
It's just me and you. Mike's 47. Mike's 47. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
From the 24, Murray. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting them a few yards.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Coming to you, coming to you.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Andy Isabella, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. A running play on 1st down will get 4 up to the 29. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Alexander, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Mike 51. Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball. Jim.
Bravo.
Go, Mike 51. Hey, let's calm
Hey.
Hey, let's calm the crowd. Watch the flag.
Hey, Alpha.
Go. Mike 51.
Now.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. This is taken at the 23. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Let's go, defense.
Murray now on 1st down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. Andy Isabella was the intended target.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
On 1st down, Alexander. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll try the left side. Madden. It looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves them with 7 yards to go on 3rd down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Ready? 90 Wolf.
I'll get him.
Hey, orbit.
Show it up. Show it up.
Yep. Go, go.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now here's Michael Dixon, standing right on his own 5-yard line. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Fielded at about the 28. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nazir Jones able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. He'll buy some time right. He's going to run, but oh no, he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up.
I know you're looking at the scoreboard clock. We're getting near the end of this game, but they were in what was really called 4-minute offense, and that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover.
Check 52. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
They'll run on 1st down. Madden. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
60 Pittsburgh. 61 Matchbox Lights. Smooth. 2.
Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback.
And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way down to the 26. A huge play there for Arizona. 58 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Flush to his right. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. They'll come out in the pistol. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Andy Isabella was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Check, 47.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they look for that final touchdown to salt this one away. Murray now, 3rd and goal. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Back to throw, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
60 outlaw.
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Ain't no such thing as a loss.
After the turnover, here's Murray, eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Murray to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Murray's going to look to throw this thing. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Murray. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Murray and company going for it on 4th. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. So that's the 2nd time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually you have 4th down.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Back to throw, Murray. This one caught by Isabella. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's